Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Cancer in April 2020. What is going on, Cancer? How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. All right, friends, welcome to April. How's everything? How's that quarantine treating you? Assuming many of you are under quarantine or some type of lockdown. Some of you might not be. Regardless of where you are or what you're dealing with, again, I hope you're doing well in these trying and very curious times that we're living in, right? A global pandemic. Who'd have thunk it? In the 21st century, who'd have thunk it, huh? if you anyway, let's not get into it. Cancer, get it out of my mind. Come on, let's clear that. Thank you. Been talking a lot about this lately, what's going on in the world. So I'm not trying to give my personal opinion too much here, trying to keep it profesh. So I'm just want to kind of clear that energy because, that's not really what I'm here to do just yet, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Now, Cancer, I have shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. I will shuffle now on camera for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is already in the description box if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you have a question before you place an order with me, go ahead and email me at the same address and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And a new part to this opening spiel is your girl is on Instagram, my friends. You may have seen that in the opening. I'm going to pop up another graphic right there so you can see it. That is EmpathicFire Tarot over on Instagram if you want to drop me a follow. Pulling daily oracle cards over there. It's a lot of fun for me. Keeps me nimble in terms of doing this metaphysical work. So it's something I I try to do it before the afternoon, but sometimes I'm just like, Jesus, I'm late. But it's fun for me to do. So if you want to get some extra messages from me on a daily basis, just go ahead and pop over to Instagram and drop me a follow, okay? All right, let's get into it. Cancer. Let me see Cancer's outcome in April 2020. Cancer's outcome in April 2020. Please show me. Did I flip? No. Okay. There it is. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Let's go ahead and flip what came face down for you, Cancer, so we can see the entire picture. And we could tell a story based off of the picture, huh? All right, that looks pretty good. How's it look on camera? Not too bad. Not too bad. I'll take it. All right, let's get into it. Please show me where Cancer is in April 2020. Cancer in April 2020, please show me. Okay. It's between two. Please clear it up. One more time. Where's Cancer? Okay. Thank you. You didn't have to. Sometimes I have a very playful relationship with my guides, and sometimes they get like a little overzealous when I ask for clarification. So that was one of those moments where I got a little poked, and I didn't like that. But whatever. We got there. Cancer, coming in to April. You come in with the energy of the Two of Wands. Not super focused the way I want it to be. Come on. Be a pal. Be a friend. Don't be like that. It's always good, like, the first video I do, and then I have to, like, keep coming closer to the camera. Anyway, Two of Wands. Sorry about the ramble there. Choices, decisions, what to do. Cancer, some of you might be at a crossroads in your life regarding a relationship, regarding your spiritual path, regarding your personal development, regarding your job, regarding familial ties or other types of relationships beyond romantic. But I feel as though the crossroads is very clear to you, much like it is very clear to this person who's, oh, look at that solid one path, and then, oh, look at that, it splits off into two. It's very apparent that choices have to be made. And it feels like you're waiting for more information. It feels like you have a preference of which way to go, either left or right. Take your pick, what's your sensibilities, pardon me, where your sensibilities would be pointing you. But I get the sense that there's more information needed, there's more details yet to be revealed to you, and there's more left for you to learn. Well, some of you have more to learn before you actually make this decision. But interestingly enough, Cancer, you're kind of already at the crossroads. That's very interesting. Like, there's obviously, we can all see that this person is waiting or approaching this moment to make a decision to go left or to go right. But I feel as though you're stopped dead in your tracks. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Okay, so they gave me two visuals because I'm a very visual, empathic person. So the first thing that they showed me was someone driving down the road, like old school, like back in the 60s or the 70s. Like they're showing me like this old station wagon. And it's like you're going on a road trip and you're meeting your friend at a destination, an agreed upon place. Meet me at the diner, meet me at the library, meet me at, the high school, whatever. And then we're going to set off on this journey. So that's what this feels like. You may have agreed. Thank you. You may have agreed. Thank you. You may have well, I guess I'm thanking them for not letting me drop it on the floor. But anyway, you may have agreed to start in on a project with someone, to pursue a goal with someone. You may have said to your friend, hey, let's, be each other's weight loss partners, and let's keep each other accountable, blah, 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 blah. But I get the sense which route you want to take, the left path or the right path. I want to lose weight. I want to get into this business. I want to pursue this as a career. I want to study this when I go to college. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever decision crossroad that you're at, right? I feel, again, that you're waiting for someone else, or you're waiting for details. You're waiting for more information. And until that person shows up, until that information is revealed to you, until you get the details, in some of your cases, you might need permission, or you might need money, or you might need the opportunity to come upon you. Documents. Okay, thank you. Documents might need to be signed. Something needs to be finalized out. Like, your bags are packed. You have shoved everything you need in that station wagon, and you're ready to go. Cancer, you're ready to get on with it or be done with something or whatever this is. But it's contingent. I feel that this is contingent on someone else or something else. Very interesting. The other thing they showed me was related to a movie that isn't necessarily about waiting, but it is like this. Okay, I'll explain it for those who maybe this movie. And a lot of people do who are in my age bracket. But The Return to Oz, which I just watched the other day because I'm home, working from home, and I'm throwing movies on in the background while I'm working. And in The Return to Oz, there's a character called Tick-Tock, which is, the equivalent to the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. So at some point in that movie, he's like a wind-up Tin Man. He's like a wind-up machine. And if you don't wind him up, he stops. He physically stops, and he can't move forward. So at some point in the movie, he pretends to be unwound. He pretends that he can't move, so that Dorothy comes and's like, hey, I got you in here so you can wind me up. So this is what it feels like. It feels like you had this momentum going, like a machine, and then you're winding. Your ability to continue down the road is stopped. You need someone like Tick-Tock in that movie. Oh, TikTok. TikTok is very popular right now. Anyway, you need someone like Dorothy to come along and wind you back up so that you can continue down this road, continue down this path. That is a partner, that is a friend, that is a family member, that's a dating partner, whatever. I don't know who this person is, or I don't know what the opportunity is or the detail is, but when that person comes and winds you up, refills your gas tank, so to speak, you can drive and continue down this road. Your intention, it feels so clear to me, Cancer. I'm ready. I another movie. Oh, you guys are connecting with me today with movies. That's fun. Another movie or a quote from a movie. I am ready. I have always been ready. Roll. Anyway, so you're ready. That feels super clear to me. You're very energized for this. You know, the twos are like the revving points, or like the something has to something has to give here. We gotta make a break for it, or you know, kind of bite the bullet and just go this way. It's like I feel that's how you're feeling about this. It's got to be this or nothing. It's got to be now or never. Maybe that's it. Now or never. Okay. Now or never. Got it. So, friend, you're waiting. And be careful with waiting on people because, you know, you could be waiting forever, right? But you're waiting. I'm trying to see where else you are, because they're really like, if I'm feeling like this pull away from that energy. I'm feeling this pull away from how structured and firm you are and raring to go you are. And I'm seeing complication, 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 complication. Okay. So they're like, it's out of your hands, it's out of your hands, it's out of your hands. So Cancer, you have this desire that is contingent possibly on aspects of justice, or something related to the justice system, perhaps. Justice card in Tarot, Major Arcana for Libra. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, but you don't have to be. There could be, document signed. Okay. So this could be legal troubles. Like they're showing me everything. They're showing me like restraining orders. They're showing me like police reports, divorce papers, annulments, alimony, shit like that. Like all the stuff they're showing me. So if it's down to paperwork, you're literally like, sign the papers, Bob, sign the papers, Karen, let me out of this marriage. Sign the papers so that the restraining order is, or whatever. Some of you could be suing someone, or you're getting sued. Whew. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Pull me out, please. Thank you. Okay. So beyond anything to do with the courts or police, things to be set right, things to be balanced, things to be recalibrated. Whether it's in your favor or not is kind of beyond the point, because even, thank you, even for those where you're going to lose something, Cancer, or it's not going to go in your favor, you're still like, I'm still ready to go. If you are fighting someone in a lawsuit, I don't know what it would be regarding, but let's say you lose that lawsuit and you get hit with a fine, or you get hit with penalties, or whatever it is, right? Even if you lose money, even if you lose your career, even if you lose your integrity or your notoriety in the community, you're ready to go. Like, and that sounds so strange, and I'm only using it as an example just to illustrate that Cancer just wants to be, thank you. You want to be done with this phase. You want to be done with this situation, this circumstance. This has gone on for a long time, waiting for something to come out in court, whether it's in your favor or not, waiting for another party to sign over the deed, or sign over some type of document, or finalize a divorce, whatever. Wait, and if it's not, again, if it's not court, it's just the general aspect of justice and balance, and things being set in a balanced way, being recalibrated in a balanced, fair way. Cosmically, right? God help me. My spirit guides help me. You know, Buddha, whoever help me. Like, what is, like, give me the reset button so I can move on from this situation, where I can move towards something. Justice. Oh, wow. Okay. In other cases, you're waiting for justice to be set right in someone else's life. Be careful with waiting, Cancer, on someone else in their karma. That, oh my God. I don't know when I said that, and I think it was in a Cancer reading. It might have been February or January. Something about a cosmic divorce, or something about the drama of somebody else's karma, something like that. I think I said that in a Cancer reading. I could be wrong, But that kind of is what I'm feeling here. Some of you might be waiting for karmic justice to be set right in someone else's life. And that is it's a sticky situation. Let's say it that way. It's a sticky situation. Should you wait on that? I don't know. But some of you are. Now, perhaps that's your karma. They're letting me know. Okay. Explain that. Okay. Ah. Okay. That's very strange, and I don't know if I want to keep using the word karma, but they're letting me know that some of you, patience is what your karma is about. And Cancer is usually pretty good at patience. Not top of the class per se, but you're better at it than other signs for sure. But there's this element of you having to wait, or you having to be patient, or you having to rely on someone else stepping up. There, maybe that's it. That's more what it is. It's not about, in this particular case, what I'm about to explain. It's not about waiting. It's about allowing another person to step up and take responsibility and act in a just, fair, balanced way towards you, towards the situation between you. To be decent, to be fair, to not take advantage of your kindness or the to not manipulate in a situation. That is what it is. You in some way are waiting, or there's a contingency assigned to your path that this person has a lesson to learn, and once their lesson is learned, you can move on. That's very interesting. So immediately I'm feeling family ties or karmic ties, karmic bonding, right? Particularly towards family, maybe in some cases lovers and people that you date, but definitely family for a lot of you, right? And that's okay. And see, that's another thing that you could kind of get into. And I don't know what you know or what you practice or what you believe in terms of esoteric, metaphysical, occult things. But there is this idea of generational karma, right? There is this thing in modern psychology about trauma bonding, right? Which to me has a bleed over into karmic ties. So you might have a trauma bond or a karmic contract with a family member, a daughter, a sister, a brother, a mother, a father, a cousin, whoever, that cannot see you move further down your path so long as their shit is still wrapping up. Does that make sense? So in some ways, going back to that mention of karmic divorce, I don't know when I said that. I think it was sometime this year. And I think it's in the title. So if you go to the Cancer playlist and you just look at the title, I think in there I say something about karmic divorce. That might be coming to fruition now for some of you, that the karmic divorce between you and your mother, you and your cousin, you and your best friend, you and your ex-husband or ex-wife or whatever is finally getting snipped. It's finally being released. And now that it is, now you can move on. That's what the waiting is about. They have to finalize something on their end. Something on their end has to play out in a way that's going to allow you to move forward. In other cases, you're waiting for someone to wrap up their karmic justice so you can move forward together. But in other cases, you're waiting for that karmic justice on someone else's side to wrap up so you can move on solo. Very interesting. Wow. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick. Oh, anything else with the Justice card? Please show me if there is. I mean, the aspect of justice being blind is kind of coming into play because I think that someone on the other side, or it could be you. I'm addressing Cancer. This could be flipped. It's a general, by the way. If you didn't know that, now you know. But there is this aspect of justice being blind, and that kind of playing, someone relying on that, someone playing dumb, playing ignorant, or just being unaware. You know, if you're watching this as a Cancer and you're in this world of spiritualism and you're in this world of tarot reading and, you know, working with mediums or psychics or anything like that, and the other person isn't in this world at all, that's going to really hold things up, or not hold things up, but it's going to feel like it to you. That's how it is. It's going to feel like you're being delayed because this person isn't in this world, you know. And I feel that way often myself. You know, if more people, I'm going to be like a Leo right now, if more people thought like me, things would be easier in my life. And that, you know, I think many people would say that, not just Leos, but if this person understood what a karmic contract was, you might be thinking this, if they understood things the way you did, it would be easier for them to be like, oh, okay, I'll sign the documents. Oh, okay, I'll stop calling you. Oh, okay, let's get started on this new project together. Oh, okay. Like, they would be able to understand the importance or the impact that it has on your life or your connection with them, right? But the blindfold on justice is, to me, signaling to that person or you or whoever it is, not being aware of any of this that we're talking about in tarot, of any of this that you've heard from other readers, of any of this that you've ever, you know, worked on for yourself personally in your own spiritual practices, right? This person is not of this world, of this esoteric space. Let's say it that way, of this esoteric space. They're not a part of it. So you feel kind of delayed because of that. And maybe you are, I don't know. But anyway, what else is going on? Slow moving. Too slow. Too slow. It's about to be a problem. So for those where you're going into partnership, possibly you go into partnership with the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my God, that's all like washed out with the colors. Hold on a second. It's a vibrant green. Okay, it's not going to show as vibrant as it is in real life, but still. Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, but you don't have to be. But here we have someone who moves slowly. Look at all that armor. You know, the horse is fully clothed or clothed. Whatever, the horse has a thing on it. So the motion of the horse, the ability to run full throttle, I would assume, is a little bit hindered. And the heaviness of this knight as he's plated in gold is just going to be ridiculous, right? So this person, I'm saying all this, they might have a very beautiful or just strong aesthetic. Like, this person might be very striking in their looks. They might dress well. They might have, you know, a fair amount of money. They might be comfortable in terms of money. But regardless, how they move through life, how they progress, how they evolve, okay, is very slow. You know, how they show up and participate in certain events or certain agreements, commitments is very slow. How they get out of, how they break away from, how they finalize and walk away from commitments is very slow. This person they're a handful, I'll say that, because I think there is this, like I said, there is an attraction to this person in terms of those where you're dating or you have dated this person, you have been, you know, romantically linked to them, or you want to be. They are physically attractive. That's very apparent to me. But it's like, it's one of those things where some of you Cancers have been wooed by the looks and then disappointed by what was on the inside of this person. It's like, oh, that's how you are on the inside? That's how you are underneath it all? Oh, shit. Never mind. Or you still want them and maybe they want you too, who knows? But you're like, oh my God, but you operate this way? Oh, geez, here we go. And Cancer, you know, you're not usually very judgmental, and I don't really feel you're judging this person too harshly. I don't think so. But the slowness and also with the knight being all armored up, the protection this person puts up, the walls this person can put up, or the deflection, the avoidance this person can present and bring to a situation, it's just like, irritating, beyond irritating for you, right? But the connection is there because because justice is above it. So you guys have some type of connection, or they have a connection somewhere else that is very slow to develop, slow to dissipate, whatever. Regardless of the sign of the person, it feels like the timing here is excruciating for you to get something going, to get something finalized and kaput. Either way it goes, you're just like, oh, I'm still waiting at the Two of Wands. You're really over here. You might be in the Justice card a little bit, and you have vantage so you can see and observe the Knight of Pentacles, but you can't do anything. I mean, look at where this Knight of Pentacles is. In the middle of the thickets, in the middle of the dense forest. Like, how can you connect with someone? How can you meet up with this person if they're surrounded by all of this, overgrowth? This person is in the thick of something, and they're in the middle of something that they are not rushing to get out of, or they're not rushing to start. There's no rush to the Knight of Pentacles, ever. Two of Wands is a lot more proactive. Two of Wands is a lot more, okay, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, and that going back to this vision that I have with the Two of Cups of someone standing by a car, ready for a road trip, ready to move, down the highway, do whatever, and you're waiting for someone to meet you. You got your bags in the car, you've got the map, again, this visual is like back in like the 60s or the 50s where there were like road maps, like paper maps, right? And I'm seeing you stand there on the side of your car, arms folded across, checking your watch. All right, they said they would be here at 5. It's now 6:05. Maybe I'll wait another half hour. You check your watch again. It's 8:30. Oh, geez, I guess I'll get a motel. And then you go get a motel. And then you call them and they don't answer. This person is just like not there when you need them to be there. And I told you, I'm cautious of the waiting. But also, some of you have to wait because of legal issues. You can't proceed until the divorce is settled. You can't proceed until the settlement is issued in the court and filed down in the court or in the courthouse. So it's like, God damn it. Literally, I feel like so frustrated, like, oh, I've waited so long for this. I've been here. I've told this person I'm ready, or I've told the universe I don't want this anymore, and it's still here. You're still at the crossroads, even though your heart says, I'm ready. Let's go right now. And I'm punching myself. I'm not punching myself violently, but I'm hitting myself in my heart chakra because that's what it feels like. Let's go. Come on. And there's nobody else around to go with, or there's nobody else giving you your freedom. Yeah? Fascinating. What else happens, please? Well, things go boom, boom. For sure. Thank you. The Tower card. Secondary major arcana for Aries. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, but you don't have to be. Boom, boom. Bang, bang. Okay? Shake-ups. Stir-ups. Discombobulation. I think a little bit on your end, Cancer, but if I'm honest, mostly on the other person's end, or whoever the Knight of Pentacles is. Because karmically speaking, there is such a thing as too slow. There is such a thing as divine timing. And, we humans, we have free will. You could be nudged, just as an example. You could receive, and I'm speaking to people in terms of those who know, tarot and whatnot. You could be getting signs and synchronicities left and right. Left and right. If you ignore them, you could be, gently, pushed in a direction to do something. But if you let your ego get in the way, if you let your free will and your personal interest get in the way, you turtle it with this Knight of Pentacles energy. You slowly disobey. Well, not disobey, but avoid. Thank you. Avoid. You slowly avoid those nudges, right? Whether it's to move towards something or move away towards something, to finalize something or to start something, whatever. So that slow pace, according to the universe, is enough. Enough of that. Enough of this dawdling. Enough of this, like I said, turtling. Moving so slow towards a resolution. Moving so slow towards the revival or the start of something. Moving so slow. Stop it. Tower says, cut it out. So the Knight of Pentacles, whoever it is, could be you, could be the other person, I don't know. There's a little kick up the pants with the Tower card, where there is a foundational disturbance. Because, I mean, the Tower is a mighty structure as we see it there, right? And it's been split. It's been demolished. So, unfortunately, for the Knight of Pentacles, it feels like, and again, maybe for you too, and in a secondary type of way, this upheaval for the Knight of Pentacles might be felt by you too. Like they're giving me signs of like an earthquake, like this, what is this, rippling. They're giving me like a ripple effect. So ground zero is going to affect this person the most, but it will have a ripple effect towards other people in the situation, and it could come up to where you are waiting in the Two of Wands. Maybe you seeing or learning about this person's Two of Wands learning about this person's Tower moment, that might be the thing that sets you free. I don't know how, it's a very like gentle, like by the time it ripples out to you, Cancer, the feeling of the impact that this person felt is minimal. It's a different experience, right? Okay. So the other part of it is that they might come and tell you this slowly. Don't expect this message to come to you tomorrow. And sometimes the Knights can be messengers sometimes. And if so, this person moves so slow. So don't expect this message tomorrow or anytime soon. But if it does come, they might report to you, here's what happened in my life. Here's the destruction that I just went through. And you're still like standing there at that crossroads being like, I don't know. I feel as though them telling you the woes of the Tower moment in their life, losing, right, okay, because this has also been thematic, but yours has been less about this, and maybe this is why. This person might have been severely affected by the COVID-19 coronavirus situation that most of us are living in at this moment, right? They may have lost their job. They may have lost a relative or a loved one due to the virus. They may have lost their home or been evicted or whatever's happening to them. There may have been such an upheaval to their life that there was no chance, no thought in their mind to reach out to you and tell you, hey, here's what's going on. This is why I haven't gotten back to you about starting this project. This is why I haven't gotten back to you by signing these documents and because something in my life took all of my attention away. Whether or not you believe that or whether or not you are affected by that or you give a shit about that, I don't know. But that kind of, to me, is, I said that earlier. You're over here, but I feel like there's this energy that pulls away from you, Cancer. Meaning, this person's energy or their intentions towards you or their attachment to you is sort of pulled away. And they have to go and walk this walk all by themselves. That's another thing about Cancers. And yes, showing me TikTok again. TikTok from The Return to Oz. TikTok, at some point in that movie, he and Dorothy are separated. They're in different spaces, having different experiences. He's off doing something like a little guessing game, and she's having a conversation with the Gnome King. Watch that movie if you haven't watched it. You got a lot of downtime. Go ahead and watch it. It's a great movie. Don't expect to be wowed. It was made in the 80s. But anyway, so there's an experience that Dorothy is having that's separate from TikTok in this movie, which is very typical of life in general. What I'm experiencing right now is different than the person I live with. We are living in the same house, but we're having two different experiences. So like, it's like that. This person has to experience the Tower moment. They have to experience justice. And that is in relation to how slow or how methodical or how protective and how many walls and deflection they put up around themselves. This is all to do with them. And the contingency for your path is at some point you learn about what they've been through, and then you might be able to move on. I hope that makes sense. So this Tower moment, like I said, loss of a job, maybe loss of finances or security, you know, oh my God, God forbid if someone was like put out in their birthday suit. It's a possibility. I mean, I don't know the rhymes or the reasons, but that's a possibility. And if so, that's for that person to deal with. It has nothing to do with you. Now, what else happens? Oh, they're not letting me out of that tower. Their life is blown up. Like, they want me to say that. And, you know, karmic justice, we want it to go in our favor, or we want it to go in the favor of the people that we care about, right? But as much as I feel you care about this person or you don't wish them any ill will, most of you don't. Some of you might, but most of you don't. You want to see this person succeed, or you want to see this person, you know, do well in their life, or get better, or get to some semblance of peace and balance in their life, right? But because of whatever they've done or however they've been, guarded, aloof, slow, putting up deflection, like I keep getting deflection with this person. Because of that, karma's coming down on them in a not so nice way, and they have to experience that. And you might not agree personally. You might think, oh, they don't really deserve that. Or, oh, I didn't expect it to be that bad when they come and tell you what's happened. Oh, shit, that's really terrible. Yes, it is correct. All this justice, Knight of Pentacles in the Tower, that's a correction. Course correction. Yes, in general, going back to what I was saying, or not what I was saying in this reading, but what I said in Gemini's reading, this COVID-19 thing, it's a drastic shakeup by the universe, by the powers that be, by Mother Nature, whatever you believe in, or however you want to conceive it. This is a chance for many people, if not all of us, to do some course corrections in our life. If you don't seize the opportunity, or if your karma catches up to you, you might see some tower moments going on. Just saying, okay? Let's move on, please. Let's move on. What happens next for Cancer? Please show me. Okay. Speaking of Gemini, there they are. Lover's card. Major Arcana 4, Gemini. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to be. Here we go. Choices, choices, choices. Now, that's more easily recognized, or at least for me it is, with the more traditional depictions of the Lover's card. Here we see this very erotic or passionate embrace between these two figures, right? So, pardon me, immediately many of you will recognize or you know, have a little bit of a thump in your heart, because you do have, some of you have a romantic interest in this person, whether they are a past person, someone that you're trying to let go of and move away from, or someone that you're moving towards. That plays for both sexes, or both sets of Cancers who are in a romantic entanglement, in a romantic situation with someone, whether you're letting them go, trying to walk away from them, trying to finalize your relationship and end it, or whether you're trying to start it. Your tender feelings for this person exist. Period. Paragraph. Go ahead, channeling my mother. Period. Paragraph. Okay? So, and that speaks to the choice, you know, recognizing your position in the matter, how you choose to show up. Two of Wands. Okay? That's how you're showing up right now. At this crossroad, ready to go left or right, forwards or backwards, up or down, north or south, whatever it is, right? That's your choice in the matter, or that's your position in the matter, being at this crossroads. And I really feel that you are trying your best, Cancer, to come from a heartfelt position. You're not trying to weigh, well, let me say this right. Okay, hold on. Your heart is in it, but you're also not letting your heart rule you. Thank you. That's it. So you feel this affection for this person. You feel this love. You feel this tenderness for this person, regardless of the type of relationship this is. Because again, this is partially for those who have a romantic tie, the lovers, that aspect is there, that sensual part is there. But this also applies to people where we're talking about your friends or your family, right? Your affinity for this person, you don't want it to blind you. Thank you. You don't, yes, because the Two of Wands is a decision point. You have two choices. You could blindly continue to love this person and put up with XYZ from them, or put up with XYZ regarding the situation, or you can do an alternative thing, right? That's there. So you're cautious. Many of you are cautious about letting your heart run the show, right? That is very possible with a Cancer. You're very sentimental. You're very emotional. You know, you already know that about yourself. So there is this choice that needs to be made, or again, a balance that needs to be made. You can love a person, but then walk away from them. That is a possibility. It's not easy. I've done it. It's not easy, but it is possible, right? You can love a person and not indulge them in their slow, self-serving behaviors. You know, you've been wanting to possibly divorce for the past 6 months or the past 2 years, and this person just has not finalized the paperwork with you, has not set up a meeting to talk about alimony or child support or whatever has to be done. Them dragging their feet, even though you love them, you got to strike a balance there. I love you, Terry. I love you, John. I love you, Samantha. I love you, Barbarella. It doesn't matter who this person is. But you dragging your feet prevents me from moving on with my life. I love you, but let me go. Or I love you, let's get back together, or whatever your choice is, whatever the relationship is. It's significant is the other part that we need to talk about. The lovers can indicate soulmate energy. I will allow it. If you've been with me for a while, you kind of know what I'm going to say here. I will allow it because I get this impression that often in this community, for those who are new to it, or for those who, for whatever reason, want to always view things through rose-tinted glasses, people tend to think that soulmates are always positive experiences, or are wholly, majorly positive experiences, you know, and it's not that. Soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, all of them come with some type of strife. There is no connection on a spiritual, soulful level that is easy peasy lemon squeezy. None. None, none, none. Okay? So that's why I use that word sparingly, because I don't want people to walk around thinking, well, they're my soulmate, so it should be easy, or they're my soulmate, it should be so much love and fun and all this cutesy wootsy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, no, not all the time. There are times when, yes, it's fun. Yes, you know, you guys are on the same page and you love each other and you're having a great time, but there will be times where they're soulmate, karmic partners, twin flames, divine partners, whatever you think this is, there will be times where that shit drives you up a wall, where this person takes you to the brink and they try your patience. They try, and that not even they try, they end up hurting you. That is a given. So if you want to say it's your soulmate, you may do so. But keep in mind, it's not a cookie cutter experience. Especially the way that I read tarot, it's just not. Even though this card looks like that, even though that looks like a very divine, like very pleasurable exchange between two people, like they're both fit, they're both, you know, lit up there by the celestial lights above, like they're having a grand old time. You got those dolphins in the back, so we're doing a lot of boning because dolphins are highly sexual creatures, right? But I'm telling you, it's not always fun. Get that? And I mean, I don't know who I have to keep hammering this to. I would encourage you to look at it a little bit differently, because the other thing about a soulmate is it's not a Mr. Fix-It. It's not a Mrs. Fix-It. It's not a we're going to be best friends forever. It's not a we're soulmates to the end. We're always going to know each other for all of our lives. No, some soulmates are in your life for a period of time. They teach you lessons. They help you grow. You help them grow, and then you separate. Maybe for good, maybe not. But the whole idea of soulmates have to be together all the time, and soulmates have to agree with each other all the time, and soulmates are always in love with each other. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Gonna let that tangent go because I'm not here to hammer you on that. Now, final card in your main spread is the Nine of Cups. So, what do we have here? Wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups, just in a general, that's like one of the first things I always say when I see this card. Wish fulfillment. Strangely. They're like, strangely. Yes, you don't see it. And the other person doesn't see it. Because look what it's between. Tower, Justice. Those are two hard hitters. How do we get the Nine of Cups out of a Tower moment, out of karmic justice? Or the aspects of justice possibly not going in our favor? How the freak can we calculate, can we suspect, or even expect a Nine of Cups moment? That I can't tell you. And if this was a personal, I would clarify the shit out of this card, but I really can't tell you. But what it feels like is it's not meant to be known at this moment. Somehow, something better, something greater, something more than you can conceive is coming for you in a positive way. The attachment to, or the vision that you have of it in your mind, Cancer, or how the other person envisions it, it might be different. And that's why you're not meant to know. You might be thinking, see, going back to this Two of Wands thing, you're sitting there expecting this person to show up at 5 o'clock. We agreed to meet at 5. Let's just arbitrarily pick at 5 o'clock. Meet me here. We're going to set out on this road trip. We're going to get this thing started. They don't show up. So you go, you have a rest at the motel overnight. You go back to the same spot. You wait for 5 o'clock the next day, and so on and so forth. And I'm still warning you against this, okay? Or not against it, but I'm still warning you. You may have expected it to show up this time in this way, right? But it doesn't. They show up 3 days later. Oh, I thought you said Thursday at 5 o'clock, not Monday. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. Or they show up and they don't have any bags. You're like, we're going on a road trip for like 3 weeks. Why are you here with no bags? Don't worry about it. Get in the car and I'll tell you all about it. Right? The way that this whole thing evolves or eventually develops and is exposed to you, because again, I told you in the beginning, the Two of Wands, some of you don't have details, further information, final information. You're just there and you know you're supposed to move and you're supposed to go somewhere, but there's a missing piece. The missing piece is unknown to you and probably unknown to whoever else is involved. However, what it is wish fulfillment. And it comes after some bullshit. Tower, Justice, and some slow turtle moving son of a bitch. No offense to anybody. But all of that bleeds into the Nine of Cups somehow. All of that ends up being some type of wish fulfillment. So again, okay, that's a standby. That's a standby movie reference. So again, this whole waiting by the station wagon, waiting by the car. Go back and think about the movie Thelma and Louise, right? They were literally just having a girls' trip. Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis. Let's just go out and have a good time. End up shooting somebody, end up being, running from the law. Now, I'm not saying that's your wish fulfillment, to be running away from the law after shooting a person with your best friend. I'm not saying that. But what ends up happening is what? They were I think they were friends, but like their bond was deepened because of this, time spent on the lam. So that's not what they thought they were setting out to do when they got into the car with each other. We're just going to have fun. We're just going to go out and party. We're just going to go out and dance and have a good time. Boom, somebody's dead. Now, again, I'm hoping that is not a part of your story. I'm hoping there's no tragic loss of life here. I'm not seeing it. The Tower, maybe. Who knows? But there's something about unexpected developments or how the path to this Nine of Cups is, it comes from a loss. It comes from some deep loss for you, for them, for both of you. I don't know. But eventually you get the Nine of Cups. Eventually. That is eventually. They're like underlining that word in my mind. Eventually, 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 eventually. So again, don't expect this development tomorrow, Cancer. You might be waiting a while, but be cautious of that. You know, use your intuition. If you've been waiting for 5 years, maybe give it up, because there is a chance to walk off. If you've been waiting 2 months, maybe another month or two isn't so bad. But if you've been waiting like years for something or a person, Jesus Christ, you do have an option to let it go, right? Just know your situation. Be discerning, all right? Your outcome, geez, throwing shit all around. Your outcome is the Four of Cups. So for the foreseeable, here's what you got. Apathy, discontent. Okay, see, kind of what I was just saying for some of you. There is an offer to do something different, for some of you to walk away, and you're kind of like, yeah, I don't want to walk away. I don't want to. There's an offer for some of you to see things differently. You don't want to see things differently. Or the other person doesn't want to. Whoever's resistant, let's say it that way. Whoever's resistant. There's this Four of Cups going on where what's being offered, as you can see, the hand extending from the sky towards this guy. Hey, look, here's an offer. Look at this big, shiny golden cup. Do you want it? And it's kind of like, no, I don't want that. I mean, it's possible that this person doesn't want it, you or them or both of you. You don't want it because you kind of already have your fill. You see the 3 cups on the grass in front of this guy, or towards the front of the perspective of the card. So this person has already has what is being offered in some cases. Oh, that's interesting. That'll connect with those who need it, is how they're letting me know. You already have what is being offered, or they already have what's being offered. Same old, right? In other cases, it's being offered and you're not really looking at it and appreciating it, or looking at it and saying, oh, that could be exactly what I want. There's like a curveball energy here for the second group. It's in a package. It comes at a time. It comes in a way that that's not what I meant when I said I wanted this. You know, it's like, that's, it's sort of like, you know, when you order something at a restaurant. God, remember restaurants? Maybe that's too soon. I'm sorry. Anyway, but you order something at a restaurant and it's not the order, or the waiter brings the order from another table and they put it down. I didn't order the lobster, but it's lobster. You're like, but that's lobster. I'm not saying you take the other person's meal, but it just comes to your table and it's just like, I wanted seafood, but I didn't want lobster. Something like that is going on here. And not specifically, you know, you wanted like, you know, clams or oysters, but you got a lobster and you're like, lobster. No. But there is sort of like this, I'm not pleased with what is being offered to me. I'm not pleased with, you know, receiving the same treatment over and over again. Because again, for some of you, that cup that's extending from the sky is the same quality, or appears to be the same quality, of the 3 cups that are in the foreground. So that could also signal back to you being tired and fed up with waiting on someone who's moving so slowly. And like I told you, this person's development, or what they're going through, is not detangling or shaking out anytime soon. I feel for those where you're waiting on someone, you'll be waiting a while longer, and you don't want to wait anymore. You don't have to. You have free will just like they do, right? If they have dragged their feet, if they've been resistant to finalizing things in the court, if they have been slow to get back to you on getting started on a project, but you have other people that maybe you could work this project out with, you have free will just like they do. If they are dragging their feet, if they are delaying you, if they are saying, oh, I'll get back to you, but they never get back to you, whatever, you have the free will to say, fuck all that, and move somewhere else, or put your energy towards something else. Okay? Overall energy. Page of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a fire sign, but you don't have to be. That's very relative to the Two of Wands. Here you are. Wand in hand, enthusiasm, desire, creativity, vision, passion in your hand, ready to go. But it's slow moving. Pages move slower than knights. They definitely move or have less going for them than queens or kings. So this is the starter pack in terms of the hierarchy in the court cards, right? This is the starter pack you get, right? But the enthusiasm is there, the desire, the drive, the ability to dream big. That's all here for you, Cancer. But what I think the disconnect is for you is knowing how much choice you have. You know, you might have a preference, let's say, going back to this Two of Wands, of going down one path. I want to go down that path. I want to work with this person. I want to work with them creatively. I want to date this person. I want to do whatever with someone. Or I want to do something with a company or whatever it is. And that company, that person, whatever, they just prove themselves to be unavailable. Boom, boom, boom. Unavailable. Got things going on in their life or on their side of the fence that has nothing to do with you. But you remain at the Two of Wands position, waiting because you prefer to go in that direction with that particular person, with that particular company or whatever it is, right? Page of Wands is on a delay because you have a fixation, possibly, on the way it's supposed to be, on the person you're supposed to work with, on the person you're supposed to be with. Again, going back to that aspect of the lovers. Well, they're my soulmate. They're my soulmate. We're supposed to. Maybe not. Or maybe sometime later in the future. But for now, you have this enthusiasm with the Page of Wands overseeing your entire reading that says progress wants to be made. You just got to give the Page of Wands a destination, and he or she will move in that direction. Your desire, your wanting to move forward, period, in some direction or another is still there. If the roadblock is on the right or on the left, I'm pointing to the left. So the left, I do know my left from my right, but anyway, if the roadblock is up on the left, it's not to say that if you go right, you can never connect with that left path again, right? And that again can go back to the whole idea of the road trip. You know, many of us have been on road trips. Many of us have had to take detours, right? Maybe the right path is just a detour, and eventually you get back on the left path anyway. You don't know. I don't know. But I feel like, again, you got to use your discernment. This is a general reading for a bunch of people. So please, you know, pick out what speaks to you and apply it. I can't make sense of it all, but hopefully this has helped. All right, Cancer, that is the end of your reading. If you liked it, please hit the like button. You can go ahead and leave a comment. That would be amazing. I love to see how this shakes out in everybody's life. If you want to share, please feel free to share down below what's going on. You can also share the video itself across your social media platforms. Let other people know that you like my stuff. And if you have not subscribed, Cancer, come on and subscribe. The little red button right down below, or the little red letters down below, whatever it is. Cancer, I will be back soon to do the mid-April readings and then the May readings. So you have that to look forward to. Again, if you want a personal, that information is down in the description box. And I am on Instagram as EmpathicFire Tarot, doing your daily oracle reads over there, okay? Join me in any way that you want, whenever you want. I'm all for it, and I appreciate you no matter what, okay? Thanks, guys, so much for watching my video. Take care.